We have with us former Chief Minister of Meghalaya and TMC leader Dr. Mukul Sangma. Well, today you have filed your nomination. How do you see the mood? Because we have seen a show of strength here in Williamnagar when you are filing a nomination.
The mood is palpable. The visibility is there. The visibility of the desire and thirst for a change. This particular feeling, which is igniting the people to re-understand and reconnect with the power of democracy, is because of this thirst for a change. 5 years have been agonizing experience for people of this beautiful state. Agonizing experiences that people have been subjected to go through in this last 5 years is the reason for this visibility of thirst for change.
Since Meghalaya has a history of fractured mandate, so how do you see the scenario this time and where will be TMC in this picture?
You see, I have been repeating that today there has to be a realization of the fact that Meghalaya has shown the way as we saw our forefathers engage themselves in the statehood movement. A statehood movement which brought our people together. You know, whenever people have a purpose for larger good of everyone, then people will come together. And this is precisely the reason why I am saying that since we are talking about building this beautiful state of ours, meaning of each one of us, each resident of Meghalaya, meaning all the Meghalayans, since this beautiful state belongs to all of us, it is only incumbent upon us to reignite that whole sense of oneness which brought our people together when we thought about the larger good of each and every one from all the three hills of this state. So this same feeling must be ignited, and this is precisely what I'm trying to do. This is precisely what everyone in our team, in our party is trying to do, unlike other political parties. We are talking of unity, oneness, keeping in mind our binding responsibility towards the larger good, larger interests of the people and larger interests of the state, and nothing else.
Well, as the day of election is drawing nearer, the war of words is escalating between Conrad Sangma and you. On your statement that he has made a racial and uncivilized comment on TMC, that it's a outside party, it's a party of Bengal. He said that he has only said the narrative of your Supreme 𝗠𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗧𝗏 Banerjee, who said in Bengal election that the BJP is an outside party and the Congress is an outside party. So in that context, it's a outside party or party of Bengal.
Well, I think the similar question has been posed to me on a number of occasions by all of you. You know, the question which revolves around this racial slur that's being engaged by all of them, which is unacceptable and which is not in sync with our ethos and culture and our core values of this democracy. Please remember that the power of oneness has brought this nation thus far. You know, the nation has become so strong, vibrant, progressive, prosperous. The whole world is watching us. Why? It is because that people have drawn the strength, the nation have drawn the strength from the huge diversity that this nation provides. And therefore, we must understand the strength of this huge diversity from all perspectives, from linguistic perspective, from cultural perspective, from religious perspective. That's the reason why you have the whole preamble reflecting the ethos, reflecting the core values of this democracy of this great nation. I would like to urge upon every politician, particularly the leaders, to lead by example and reflect what is there in their heart. You know, anything which is capable of creating a sense of division in this great nation is against the whole interest of this great nation. People must come together. So also people of the state must come together and show the power of being oneness, the power of unity. Because we are talking about state. Whose state? Our state. Everyone's state. We belong to the same state. Therefore, the onus of responsibility is vested upon all of us to ensure that the whole world, when they look at us, we can tell them, look at our identity of being so diverse yet one. You know,
You also asked for his apology on this.
naturally, Naturally, a leader must lead by example. Look at the kind of uh, negative narrative, this kind of your racial narrative being uh, aggressively promoted by their cadres. Why is it? Why is it? It is because of the leadership. It is because of their mindset. I pity their this narrow mentality, their racial mentality, and they must come out of that frog in the well mindset and look at the power of unity and oneness in the midst of diversity.
Well, today you have filed your nomination for Songsa constituency. Tomorrow you'll be filing for 𝗡𝗢𝗚𝗓𝗏. Now, NPP has been attacking on this issue also. Now, NPP as well as the national president of NPP and incumbent chief minister Conrad Sangma is saying that it's not NPP or Conrad Sangma asking Mukul Sangma that why is he contesting from 2 seats. It's the people of 𝗡𝗢𝗚𝗓𝗏 who are asking this question. And if you win both the seats, which one will you keep and which one will you leave?
I don't have to tell Mr. Conrad Sangma about my political connect that I have with the people. You know, over the years, I have been given the privilege to be able to serve the people and create, a kind of environment which created that sense of oneness. You know, there are people who are trying hard to somehow dilute this whole spirit of oneness that we are trying to build over the years. Okay. Now, therefore, um, the connect that I have with the people is because of one reason. Because of one reason. Because we all identify ourselves with the core issues of the people. Core issues of the people from across the state. And that's the reason why everybody thinks that I am part and parcel of their paribar, their family. They think that, okay, I'm somebody. I'm somebody who is considered as someone born in Songsak or someone born in Phulbari or someone born in 𝗡𝗢𝗚𝗓𝗏. That's the kind of feeling that has evolved over the years. It is because of the kind of, connect with utmost sense of responsibility, brotherhood and camaraderie that we have all along tried to promote while serving our people, while building this beautiful state. That is the reason. So I don't have to reply to Mr. Conrad Sangma. He can try the same.
Lastly, sir, how much seats TMC expects in this election? Will it form a government on its own or will it be needing the support of other parties?
By now, you must have been able to feel the pulse of the people from across the state. Go anywhere. You will at least be able to understand the pulse of the people. It's visible, it's palpable. The real thirst. There is, the kind of impatience that you see amongst the people. Whether you're talking about the mothers, whether you're talking about the youth, whether you are talking about the job seekers, the jobless youth who have been desperately waiting to be taken care of and be privileged to fill up those available vacancies. There are reasons for people to have this whole lack of patience. In fact, people were saying we want the vote to be, casted immediately. That's the kind of hunger for the change. The change is imminent. Therefore, there's a reason to believe that the people of these 3 hills will come together with only sole purpose of building this great state and position it as one of the most vibrant, strongest states in the union of states of this great nation.
Well, sir, but election is all about numbers. I just asked you, what is the number you expect?
You leave it to the people. As I have said, when we understand the responsibility towards the larger good of the people and larger good of the state as a whole, then the power of that sense of responsibility will bring people together and give you that magic number. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
One thing, the initial campaign of the AITC or the Trinamool Congress has actually been very aggressive towards the corruption in the government. That somehow seems to have palpably come down. So, is there any reason as to why that is?
No, there is no dilution of that issue. We have just started our overall campaign post notification of the election. And please remember one thing, why is the thirst for the change? Why? Because of all these instances of alleged irregularities, alleged corruption, and other deprivation and discrimination of the people from the rightful, whatever would have otherwise been for the people. You talk about the spaces of job. We are talking about job. Why are we, as a party today, during this election, taking such important pledge? You know, we have made 10 pledges. From amongst them, one is to ensure that we further re-establish and reposition this state as a vibrant state from economic perspective. Ensure that the state's coffers are filled with the needed resources to take care of the needs of the people. And the needs of the people revolves around two aspects. One is lack of livelihood, lack of sustainable livelihood, and also, unfortunately, dislocation of livelihood. There has been a process of slow deprivation of the opportunities which were available for the people from across all walks of life. You talk about the petty entrepreneurs, you know, who have tried to, you know, somehow establish themselves as entrepreneurs. Please remember one thing. Tribals per se from Meghalaya are not by tradition entrepreneurs. You know, we are, you know, I'm that way. I would always take pride in telling our people that our people were contented people. But today things have changed. Yeah, one more candidate of ours have come after filing. Come. Yeah, yeah. Come. Come. So in this part of the state, we have 3 assembly segments. One is the district capital, Williamnagar, is our candidate. And another one is, of course, my Songsak constituency. I am the candidate there. And another one is Mr. Sengnam M. Marak is a candidate of Rongjeng. So these 3 assembly segments, and we want to ensure that we do justice to the desire and thirst of the people to bring that necessary change. And when we are talking about trying to collectively put our efforts along with all our foot soldiers, you can see AITC, the TMC in Meghalaya, how long have we been here? You know, how long? Just around a year. So therefore, building such network or the connect of bringing people together. What is the reason? The reason is precisely the issues that you are talking about. You know, everybody loves this state because the state belongs to all of us. So we want to rebuild this state. I'm saying this word rebuild. When we say rebuild, that means we would like to ensure that we work hard to ensure that the resources are cobbled up in a manner that makes the state capable of responding to the needs of the people and ensure that this every single paisa out of the resources from the state coffers reach our people. Ensure that it reaches our people. It reaches the hands of the people, and that will be the strongest economic stimulus that state will ever have. Thank you.
So any message for the people?
I would like to only say that, okay, let's reignite our feeling to bring the unity and make everyone realize the power of oneness in building our great state.